Hello and welcome to this channel. This is my old campsite here, and I figured out what plant was overtaking this area. It was actually, well, it's still here. I haven't gotten rid of it yet. It's some Asian listeria. It's a vine that grows very fast and takes over and kills everything, basically. It killed all these trees over here. It looks like it did that to that big one a long time ago. Kind of like kudzu vine, it takes over. But my goal here with this is to replenish this place. It's about an acre. This clearing is. I don't know how much the whole thing is, but this acre was really doing pretty bad. And so I got some native flowers, native to the southeast, you know, American Southeast. And these are them right here. I don't really know what they're called, but this red one here, and then that tall yellow one over there. I don't know. Got a little yellow flower on it. I don't know what it's called. And then there's another type that I don't see any right now. And then I also put some cosmos flowers out here, which are just wildflowers. You can see those right there. Over here I got some cantaloupe. I planted that maybe a month ago. All this on the ground is ryegrass that died from winter time. It actually made a nice carpet for me to plant some good stuff and get rid of this wisteria. Over here, you can see these big leaves right here. That's pumpkin. Now, I had a pumpkin, but it actually, I let it stay out here too long and it rotted and disintegrated. I was gonna pick it, but it took too long, I guess. And then another thing I'm rejuvenating over here, which is native, is these sweet gum trees. This one's about 4 foot tall. That one's about a little over 6 foot. Doing pretty good. I'm trying to see, this stuff likes to crawl. It's already starting. I come back here at least once a week and take this stuff off, and it comes back right back up it, like just like that, in the summertime. Now in the wintertime I ain't gonna have to do that, but I probably got, I don't know, like 5 sweet gums over here in this patch. I have another patch of wildflowers there and there. I got 3 patches of those. Those are doing good. Another patch. The 3rd patch here. This is, I don't know what this is, but just sprouted there. And I came here today to actually put some cherry plants out. Let me show you. I got cherry seeds. We cut down a cherry tree at my work, and I got some sticks that I'm going to stake in the ground, which is going to hopefully make root. You can see those. I'm going to stake those, and then I have a nice little bag of cherry seeds in here, and I'm just going to spread these out, just throw them out. Now they're very small. I believe it's a pin cherry. My supervisor said it was a black cherry, You might be right. So I'll just plant those today and see how it goes. So I'd like to read a verse right now. This is Matthew. It's not focusing very well. Maybe it's smudged. So this is Matthew chapter 13. The same day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon the stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among the thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And his disciples asked him why he was speaking in parables, I believe, in this one. And I'm just saying that because, I'm sowing seed right now, and it's carnal, just cherry seeds today. So it's not like it's going to really matter, but there's thorns out here, there's weeds, and I got to keep track of the weeds. I got to keep track of the weeds on this isn't my land, but on the land that I'm sowing, I got to keep track of all the weeds and make sure they don't spring up and choke the weeds that I'm sowing. But what I was wondering is, Jesus said some were sowed into good ground. So I was confused. I guess the good ground had already been worked. So I'm just kind of questioning, what does that mean? Good ground. What is good ground? Are we not supposed to sow, the gospel seed into everybody's life, or are we just supposed to spread it out? I'm guessing we're just supposed to just spread it out. We got, you never know what can prosper, this or that. That's what the Bible says in Proverbs, I believe. But I just like to think about that one in that way, because sometimes I question whether I should be sowing seed, not like literal seed, but gospel truth into somebody's life if they don't want it, if they don't want to hear it, or if maybe they're just trying to, I guess, get along, go along to get along, and they just want to tell me what I want to hear or something. Should I even bother doing that? I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm doing here, is sowing seed among the thorns. And it's worked. I mean, somewhat. I'll never know what it's going to turn out like whenever I die. And that's how it is in life. You never know. It could prosper, it could not. Just my thought about it. And I have a coworker, and some things happen, and it gets out that I'm a Christian, and you can't hide yourself in anywhere. So that was just, I'm just wondering what I should do, kind of. Anyways, let me take a walk around this property. It's actually owned by the highway department. So this is not my land. And the police know I'm here. I've met with them a few times here and at other places where I like to go. I'm not a troublemaker. I was out here at one point. Oh, I got a spider web. Is that a banana spider? Yeah, that's a banana spider. You see that? Look at that big boy. He ain't even a big one either. He's a small one. I'll let him alone. But look at all this wisteria. I mean, almost all of this stuff, vines right here, is actually all of it. All the vines are wisteria. There's some big dandelion looks like over there. I tried to keep that so it would hopefully choke out the vines. But what I mean, good seed is likened unto the gospel and Christians, and bad seed is likened unto, you know, thorns and you know, stuff like this that just kills other stuff. Now there's some thorns out here. I've managed to get those down. So anyhow, now what is that? Might be a bean plant. I did sow some beans out here. But so this is about an acre I'm walking around. And these things that look like bushes are actually, they used to be trees. They used to be trees, and I cut the trees down because they were taken over by the vines. At least most of them were. And it was just easier for me to take the whole tree down and take the tree, you know, branches and stuff and put them on the side. My father said not to burn here anymore, so I'm going to listen. But here's some, this might be some morning glory. I did sow that on the edges of the property. So it looks like the vine is, I like that vine. It produces flowers, you know. And it's, you know, I mean, it takes over, but I mean, I can take it down pretty easily. That wisteria vine is real tough. It's real tough. You can't just rip it apart. Like, it's very tough. It's like a string almost. It's like you have to hit it with the knife, with the sword. So I better get to it right now. It's getting a little bit darker. I'm going to go up this hill. See, over here by the pine straw, there's not as much. Oh. That's why I'm hoping to grow these trees bigger, the sweet gum here, so it will, you know, the leaves will fall on top of these, and then it'll be like the rest of the forest. Or maybe I'll cut these trees down if I have time and make a little farm area for the animals, and in case I want to have a snack. So this stuff's covered in most places. And the good seed that I did sow, a lot of it didn't prosper. I sowed a lot. I sowed a lot of different stuff, and I have to really work to get rid of the stuff. Kind of like my life, I have to work hard to get rid of my fleshly desires. It's an everyday thing. I don't have to work hard in the sense that it's impossible. I can ask the Lord to help me, but it's not easy all the time. And it's not like, like a walk in the park. You gotta really, every day, you just gotta watch out for the devil, because he'll get you. So I'm gonna get to sowing the seed, and this is what I'm gonna do. It's kind of a long 20-minute, that's a long time to be listening to me. So see that sweet gum? That's a nice big one. And those vines that got cut down, dude, that'll produce a lot of nice little saplings over there. And those pine trees, this is mostly pine trees. Over here is a laurel cherry. I learned that from working it. I just learned about stuff a little bit, the trees, working with trees. So a little bit about this is there's a grocery store over there. There's a dump over this way. There's apartments from about where the dump is to probably about right there. And then if you look this way and you just walk about a quarter mile in the woods, you'll get to the post office. So this is a very good central location. That's why a lot of homeless people come out here. It's by the post office. It's right behind the grocery store. Nobody messes with you. It's such a huge property. It's right in the middle of the city. There's a Lowe's right across the street where I used to work. That's how I found this place. I was on my lunch break, and I walked back here because it looked like a trail. And then eventually I moved back here. But it looks like my phone's about to run out of space, so I'm gonna have to cut this video off. Probably like, oh, thanks. But yeah, this is where it all got started. I believe this is where the Lord found me, or he maybe found me before this, but I come out here and I just love it. I love it out here. It's so peaceful. There's nobody bothering you. Just crickets at night, owls sometimes. But God bless you and have a good day.